Virgo, what beautiful and complicated energy you have today. Whoever I'm picking up on today, wherever Virgo is in your chart, or maybe you don't even have any personal planets in Virgo, but you're watching through the Virgo portal, which is this reading, you have a lot going on underneath the surface. Don't get me wrong, there's things going on the surface, but there's something deep. And Spirit wants you to know that you have the resources that you need to go deeper, to find some connections that you've forgotten about. Maybe these are starseed connections, or maybe they're connections in your work, or connections with friends and family, or what, I'm not sure, energetic connections. But the card that came out for you was the horned cactus, resourcefulness. And the horned cactus is a card that talks about how resilient you are, how protected you are, and that underneath the surface, the cactus has deep, deep roots that reach the water, even when it looks like you're in a barren desert. So it's time that you go deep, deep, deep underneath the surface to access some of that water, maybe that intuition, that creativity, that love, and know that you have it at your disposal to nourish you, to sustain you, and to protect you. I got some really interesting messages for you, Virgo, and I'm going to tell you about them, and then we'll get into the oracle and the tarot. And it was interesting because right before I turned on the camera, I got electrolytes, that somebody needs electrolytes. And maybe this is literally, okay, electrolytes are really important, minerals and such that keep the electricity going in our bodies. But this reminds me of the horned cactus, because electrolytes also help with how much water our body holds. And so going deep, symbolically, metaphorically, digging deep beneath the surface of a situation, or even the surface of your life and your landscape and who you are, well, it lights you up. It allows you to access some energy, some electricity that you can create with. This is your resource. Your electricity, your electromagnetic, your electromagnetic energy. Okay, so you're magnetizing something as well, or you can, if you go beneath the surface. Now, I also got the message here, who would you be if you weren't blank? So fill in that blank for yourself. Maybe it's the name, the title of your profession, or maybe it's a wife, a husband, a mother, a father, a girlfriend, whatever it is for you. However you first define yourself, when somebody would say to you, hey Virgo, who are you? What would you answer? And if you're answering with something that you do, or a role or identity that you align with, Spirit wants you to think deeper than that, to think more about who you are as a being rather than who you are as a doer. Okay, because there's something about sitting like the succulent, like the cactus does, just sitting there, being. And don't get me wrong, the cactus is doing something, it's accessing that water, but it's not frantic. It's not frantically doing anything. It just knows that what needs to be done will be done because they are who they are. Get it? So there's something like that going on for you. Okay, maybe you're trying to do something too much, or you're relying too much on outside labels and awards and recognition to define you. And Spirit wants you to remind you that you're a soul, that you're an electromagnetic soul, it appears. Now, I also got this message that the bear hunts at night in the forest. And this is you. You're the bear in the forest hunting at night. And typically the bear forages in the forest, right? Like it collects berries and things like that and hunts in the river. So there's like kind of something that's flipping around. The tables are turning, or something's flipping where you're taking a more assertive approach. And because this is happening in the night, others may not see it. There's a lot going on about you accessing things without others knowing or seeing. I got the numbers 8, 3, 9, 3, 16. And then something's happening less than 2 years from now. So like it feels radical, whatever's going to happen, like a radical shift in your life. So less than 2 years from now, you're going to be like, wow, I never thought I'd be here. I don't know what that is, but maybe you're already planning for something. And then I got a vision of a coyote wolf hybrid, and it was on the train tracks. No idea what that means. Something about you having night vision. And yeah. Oh, and communication is coming through. This might be spiritual communication from a guide, or maybe this is telepathic communication, or it could even be communication from another person. Okay, but this is somehow linked to your electrolytes. It's very important to get those. So let's see. I'm hearing careful of sugar though. Okay, Spirit. Let's see the energies that are supporting you. 555. This communication is going to bring about change in your life. Let's see the energies supporting Virgo. The Cauldron. Ooh, I love it. These cards go well together too. So we have this image here of balance as well. So you're concocting something. Yeah, it feels like you're doing this stealthily or in the cover of the night, you know? We're going to find out more about what that is, but let me see what's challenging you, Virgo. Did I also say you're going to find something? Oh, I didn't tell you these. You're going to find something significant, and you must get rid of something that is spoiled. Maybe this is an item of food, or something that you have that holds a particular energy that is spoiled in some sense, but you must get rid of something that is spoiled. And then we have wisdom for the challenge. Yeah, I feel like Spirit wants you to unlock another layer of wisdom. Okay? But it requires you shedding some kind of identification you have with who you are. Isn't it funny, you know, whenever we meet someone and they ask us right away, like, what do you do for a living? What do you do? Rather than saying, who are you? You know, we base so much of our own identification and how we relate to one another based on what we do in this lifetime. And often it's for money, what we do. You know, that's what we're asking. And so Spirit wants you to like step back from that and not define yourself based on what you do. Okay, I don't know why, but that's the message that's coming through. So let's see the Cauldron. What's up with the Cauldron for Virgos? Ooh, hello. Oh, mask and abandonment and resolve. Because when you take off the mask of your identity, your persona, whatever, you know, however you say you are, or whoever you say you are, in the way that you do, when you take off that mask, it's like, I don't know, you resolve some abandonment wound. So maybe you're really holding on to a certain identity. And you feel like if you don't have that identity, then you'll feel lost in some sense. But that's actually not what's going to happen at all. You're going to feel more resolution within yourself, more integration within yourself once you realize the depths of who you are and start defining yourself based on that, which will free you to release things that you don't want to actually be attached to. You don't actually want to be this person that everybody holds you up as. Virgo's this, you know, whatever this is. Maybe you enjoy this, whatever this is for you. A doctor, a nurse, a teacher, a therapist, a mother, a father, you know, whatever, a lawyer, whatever it is for you, a writer. Maybe you enjoy aspects of it, but once you release that identification, you're reconnecting with an aspect of yourself that resolves an abandonment wound, and it frees you to take up new things and to access wisdom that is beyond that role or beyond that identity that you've attached to. And we all attach to identities. I mean, we have to make sense of our lives in this current reality that we live in. I know you know you're a spiritual being, but still, we do define ourselves based on these different things, the different hats we wear. But it will serve you well to remember that you can take that hat off, you can take that mask off, and allow yourself to just be. Okay, so that's the cauldron. That's what you're mixing up. That's beautiful. And that's deep. That's important work. Searching. It's a challenge with wisdom. Let's get one more. Searching for what, Spirit? Searching for wisdom about what? The Magician. Yeah. You're trying to access more magic, or at least that's what wants to happen for you. Your ability to manifest that which you desire. But see, in order to manifest, we really do need to take off a mask. You know, if we want to manifest the things that are resonant with our soul, then we have to get in touch with our soul. And our soul is not defined based on what we do for money. I know that can be, you could argue that in certain ways, but let's just go with this message for a moment. Just try it out, okay? Take it on for size, this idea. Because if you manifest from this identity of I want to be this person who works here, and I want to be a wife, a mother, a father, and I want this, and it's all these prescribed personas that have been constructed in the world and society and blah, blah, right? It's you'll manifest things that resonate with those identities, but maybe they don't resonate with your soul. Maybe you're much more than a mother or father. Maybe you're much more than a wife and a husband, a sister, a brother, a good neighbor. Maybe you're much more than that. And that's what wants to come in for you, that much more. And if you feel lost at times and you're searching, you're I don't know, I feel like there's more for me, and I feel like I'm kind of just missing out on something. Well, this is the key. There is something that could come towards you, and you sense that. You have to go deep underneath the surface. Okay, so let's go further in. Let's see, why are we having this reading? What's the big reason for all of this? Hathor light codes, light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. Yeah, there's divine wisdom that you're meant to download and receive. A system upgrade. This is why it's important that you have your electrolytes, even if it's a metaphor. It's you're being upgraded at this time. Less than 2 years from now, there's going to be a radical difference in your life that is more resonant with your soul. Okay, and the light codes could be the communication that Spirit's trying to give to you. The light codes could be telling you, who you really are. These could come through in downloads. They could come through in signs and synchronicities and journaling and meeting interesting people and hearing new ideas. These could all be your light codes. But you have to first take off that mask. Who would you be if you weren't? Maybe somebody else around you has heavily defined who you are, and you've kind of went along with it. Oh, so-and-so has always looked at me like this, so maybe I'm that. Well, maybe you're not. Maybe not anymore. Maybe you've outgrown that. The bear hunts at night in the forest. What are you hunting for in this lifetime? Because foraging is kind of a little bit more passive, right? You take what's already made available to you. And hunting is more deliberate. It's more specific. You hone in on what you really want. And you can get what you really want. Some of you have been settling for less than you should. And it comes from this fear of abandonment. Oh, if I ask for more, maybe at your job, If I ask for a deeper connection with my lover, or with my friend, or with my family, then they're going to look at me like, I can't give you that, and then I'm going to feel abandoned, whatever, right? Like there's something like this going on. You need to ask for more from others as a reflection of the abundance that you hold within. You want relationships and experiences that match your abundance, that give you more, because you're giving more to yourself too. Does that make sense? Okay, let's see your current energy, Virgo. You're gonna find something significant. This could be an actual object that you find. Let's do 3 more. I'm hearing it. For some of you, it's a stone, maybe a painted stone. But it's some kind of object. It connects you to something. Some wisdom. Maybe it's an antique, something that has an ancestry of some sort. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting find, I feel. Maybe you've already found it. There's something about this object that's significant. What is significant? Covenant, sacred contract. Acquiring this object starts a new contract here, a new energetic contract with spirit. You get to rewrite your contract. I don't know what this object is, but it's pretty significant. So don't discount its importance. And if you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about, Andy, okay, well, maybe it will come up over time within the next 2 years for sure. We're getting 3 of Swords in reverse, but I feel like I wasn't ready yet. This is a healing object. Okay. Virgo. Your current energy, the 7 of Cups. This is perfect. I like this. 7 of Cups can be a card of illusion and confusion, but it's also a card of choices and seeing the multi-dimensional nature of reality and of ourselves. And that often we cut ourselves off from all the different things that we could be and that we wish to be and that we are. And we only focus on this one thing that we're just doing. Okay, so Spirit wants you to reconnect with all the different aspects of you. Maybe bring them together in this cauldron so you can bring some resolution, right? Yeah. This is a magical time for you. Possibilities are open. Doors are open. And the good news is all you have to do, I mean, it's hard sometimes, but all you have to do is go beneath the surface of what ails you, I'm hearing, of what's bothering you. Go deeper underneath the surface. Yeah. Maybe who would you be if you didn't know this person or you didn't connect to this person that you're thinking about? Or who would you be if you moved to this place or if you didn't live where you are now, you know? Think about those things. Let's see your opportunity. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, because there's something new coming right into your hand here. Wanting to fall right into your hand. This resolution. Inner resources. I mean, Virgo's very resourceful. So what's going on? I asked what's the disconnect, and I'm seeing lost in space, needing direction. But you're not lost at all. You're actually very firmly planted. It's not I'm seeing this, so I don't know, but it's not a matter of movement in the way that we think about like moving forward rather than moving backward, like we see it on a kind of horizontal line. It's not about like that kind of timeline movement that you need. It's more of like a vertical line almost. It's more of like going deep is what you need. I don't know. I hope that makes sense for someone. But what you don't see coming is a new opportunity. So let's find out more about this opportunity. What is this opportunity for Virgos? Hope. To have your faith and hope restored in yourself and in humanity, in your life, in your abilities. Some of you are doing something with herbs or botany, apothecary. I can never say that. Apothecary. Someone help me, please. Okay, so let's see. What's the opportunity and what you don't see coming? I can hear it, but I can't say it. Maybe this is a message. There's something that like you just can't say or can't get out, even though you know very clearly in your mind what it's all about or what something is that you want to do, but you just can't release it. Or it's just me. So let's see. 10 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen of Pentacles for your opportunity. Well, this is beautiful. This is absolutely stunningly beautiful, Virgo. I mean, get off of these pile of sticks that you've been sitting on. Oh, is this the... No, this is a fox. I thought maybe this was the wolf coyote. It's a fox. You're clever. You're very clever. You don't need to be sitting on this mound of sticks that feels uncomfortable, poking at you. Also, really try to shed any kind of concern of what others think about you and what you're doing. Most of you have, but some of you haven't yet. And you need to really put that part of you, that part of your ego in check, because it's interfering with a great adventure that awaits you. Wheel of Fortune, there's your adventure. And where does your adventure go? This new cycle? This full system upgrade to the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, there's the bear. The bear hunts at night in the forest. And now the bear is sleeping. So that bear part of you represents your instincts. You know, instinctually, the part of us that doesn't have our rational brain interfering with what's good, what's right, what's wrong, should I, shouldn't I? It's like our instincts just tell us what we should do in the moment. Like, just go. Just go hunt and get the thing that you want. So you do that, and then you can lay your instinctual, maybe it's your parasympathetic system to rest. You know, the part of you that maybe feels a little anxious because you're not hunting for what you're after. It's like it sleeps, it rests. Because you listen to it. It feels fully protected and comfortable with you. That part of you, that instinctual part of you. This reading feels a little all over the place, but I'm just going to have to trust that it's connecting. But your opportunity, or what you don't see coming, is the Ace of Pentacles, and there you are with it in your hand. What is that for you, Virgo? What is the Ace of Pentacles for you? Well, we know it's hope, but tangibly, what does that look like for you? Is it a feeling, a sensation? You know, for a long time, I thought I wanted certain things in my life, like I want this job, or I want this kind of relationship, etc., etc. And the whole time, what I was really searching for was a sense of peace, balance, and knowing myself, self-trust. That's really what I wanted, and that was really what I was after. And once I was able to figure that out and establish that, then I was able to actually cultivate my life and bring things into my energetic field that resonate with the feeling that I want, rather than bringing these things in and hoping they give me the feeling and what I want. Yeah, there's that table turning, there's that flip. You get it? So maybe it's a feeling you're after. And once you decide what that feeling is, or that energy is that your soul is searching for, then you can assess the things around you and whether they resonate or not, rather than hoping to get that from those jobs and relationships and houses and trips and whatever else it is that you're doing. Okay, so let's see the obstacle further. 9 of Wands, you're tired. You're tired, you're exhausted. Hunt in the forest at night. Are you up at night? I bet you're up at night. Mercurial mind, it's hard to sleep. I got a Gemini moon, I know. So Mercury is your ruler. So you have a lot of things you're thinking about at night. You're tired. You're up at night. But the reason why you're up at night, if this is resonating, or you feel tired just in general, is because you're hunting at night. What are you doing at night? It would be good to reflect on that. But the challenge is you feel exhausted. You also feel like you... What are you talking about, Andy? I've been doing this all along. Okay, cool. Keep doing it. Don't give up. You've already started. Keep going. Don't abandon this process, this journey that you're on. Nobody said it was going to be easy. But you are heading towards a full system upgrade. Tell me more about this exhaustion for Virgo. What's this exhaustion? 8 of Swords. Mercurial mind. Your mind. So what do you need to do? Let's look at your advice. Maiden of Cups. Sorry, my hair is attached to that. Maiden of Cups. See the future. See your vision. Visualize to materialize. Know that you're protected. But here comes the water element again. 2015 might be significant for someone, or 2005, or 2025, which is next year when I'm recording this. Yeah, 555, important change. Here's the water, Maiden of Cups, Page of Cups. Accessing that deep intuition that you hold within you and being able to envision a new sense of self, a new path. Night vision, I wrote down here. Night vision. Tell me more. Some of you just need to start something new. Okay? Tower. You need to get rid of something that is spoiled as well. You know, Virgo, I feel like you kind of need to take a bird's eye view on yourself and your feelings and your thoughts. It's kind of like you need to go outside of yourself for a second and just observe. Like, oh, I'm thinking this again. Why am I thinking this again? Or I'm feeling this again. Or they're saying this again. Or I'm confused. You know, whatever thoughts in the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Wands you're having. Oh, I'm exhausted. I don't want to think about this anymore. You know, go outside of yourself. Observe that monologue that you're having with yourself. And just watch it. You don't need to do anything. Just observe it. Because I feel like there's some kind of critical distance you need from that ego space. It's almost like you're going to see something that you're not quite seeing yet. The mask that you're wearing. It's like something is almost unnecessary, but you haven't quite realized it fully yet. Maybe it's the worry that's unnecessary. I feel like the Tower here is representing an epiphany for you. A drastic shakeup in how you define yourself. And there's something about magic here too. Tell me about the Tower's magic. The Star, yeah, exactly. The Page of Swords. It's almost like you need to see Tower moments, destruction, upheaval, or epiphanies that maybe are mind shattering, you know, like they totally break your framework and what you thought was real and not real and what's going on in your life. You know, all of those kind of tower situations, you need to see them as part of your destiny, part of your path, as something that's breaking you out of a mold that is holding you back. Some of you need to cultivate a little bit of a tower, okay, in your cauldron, which could be that epiphany, a harsh realization about something. Or maybe you do need to do something that is like, requires electrolytes, requires resources, resourcefulness. Because you are in a little bit of a desert space, symbolically or actually, and you need that shakeup. But you need to see past the destruction of whatever this is for you. With her eye here, you need to see past that. And with the Page of Swords, to be what comes beyond or after the Tower, which is renewed hope, faith, direction, and destiny. So whatever upheaval happens or is happening right now, you have to use your night vision, which means your intuition, to know that it's part of your full system upgrade. It's part of your light immersion. I know it doesn't feel like it, but it is. You've been searching for magic and your inner wisdom for quite some time, and you've manifested it. And this is how it's coming through, in a little bit of a shakeup. A shakeup that's much needed and that's good for you. King of Wands, that puts you back in the driver's seat, that makes you feel like you can take actions that you rely upon and that you trust, and that you're decisive and you know what you're doing. Power recall. King of Wands for the outcome in the next 3 months. This is you. You took this beautiful, clever aspect of yourself off the 10 of Wands, you know, drop all that energetic weight, all those burdens and oppressive energies. You're taking that, you're releasing that, and you're taking those clever aspects of your mercurial mind down a new path, one in which you are directing where you're going. The solar eclipse could have been significant for you. Something could have shifted at that time. Okay, Virgo, I'm going to pull out one more oracle card, and then I'm going to go into an extended reading. In the extended, we go a layer deeper. We see what's going on, maybe where all this is coming from, and I don't know, we'll just see what comes out. Link to that is in the description box below, but if you don't want to come to that, or you can't for whatever reason, then just trust that you received the message that you need. I hope that this helped you see who you truly are. There's something also about releasing the doing and just being is the Tower. Like, we associate the Tower with an action that is... Yeah, well, we just associate the Tower with this big action, not or something that we do or something that someone else does. But Spirit wants to say that the Tower, the upheaval, the epiphany, the release comes from just being. And then after that, when you start to do again, you have direction. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Let's see, last message for Virgo from this Healing Spirits Oracle. Last message. What does Virgo need to hear right now? Just one. What does Virgo need to hear right now, or whoever's here tuning in? Universal love is love. Universal love is true love, so love all. You have the ability to affect your own destiny. I'm going to read the destiny one here. But look at this. This looks like these cards to me. You have the ability to affect your own destiny. Ain't that the truth? Only those who have overcome life's hurdles can order their own life with skill. But when you reach a certain point in life, you know that you can make appropriate changes when required. Guardian spirits have led you to this very moment when you feel equipped to take responsibility for your own actions. Resourcefulness. You are where you're supposed to be. The next step on the path is yours. And mighty guardian spirits are telling you that you are ready to handle this situation. This is an important moment in your life, so own it. All right, Virgo, that's what I have for you. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.